Hey, it's Richard Piet. Guess what? It's time for another Richard's Ride. This time, it's the 2015 Ford Edge Titanium. We showed you how the Ford Escape parallel parks itself, you'll recall. The Ford Edge takes it a step further. It can parallel park assist. It can also perpendicular park. Let's take a look. When we push this button here, it asks us first to parallel park. No, we actually want to perpendicular park, so we'll do it again. Now, as we move forward, it's reading to the right with its radar sensors in a parking lot where the empty space is. And once it senses it, it will tell us to stop and shift the car into reverse. There's the spot found. Stop vehicle, all right? Then shift into reverse, and it tells us to remove our hands from the steering wheel. So now we begin to back up. I'm just controlling the brake pedal is all I'm doing. Now the car is turning itself into this empty parking space, which is something like threading a needle. There's a car on each side of it. So it's reading both sides of the space. And what will happen here is we're going to be too close to this car. It will be on my left. So it's beeping, letting me know we're getting closer. Now we're very close. Now we need to shift forward so it can straighten the car out. Again, I'm not touching the wheel. It's doing this all itself. Foot off the brake. We're moving forward. Now it wants to be back in reverse again. So we'll do that. Straighten itself out and thread this needle. And it's measuring both sides, the distance from this car to each car on the side, and threading it right in the center. And when we're done, it tells us we're finished. Parked. And I didn't even steer. Some very handy buttons on the left here. Push the seats down for you. Here's our flat seats. When we're ready to have passengers, just pick these up. Nice thing about this interior, it's a very rich two-tone light and dark leather interior. Even backseat passengers can be comfortable and have conveniences, like heated seats in the back. This vehicle has a backup camera and warning system as well, and also a front camera. So this is the actual view of the front camera. Now, that is the panoramic camera on the front. So now we're getting views from the two side angles as well as the direct front camera. So this is helpful if you're pulling into a parking space and there's something in front of you, like, for example, in this spot, a telephone pole. You can see how close you're getting to it and when to stop. This 2015 Edge is the titanium trim level, which is the up-level trim level, so it's got a lot of fun things on it, like this tremendously fabulous panoramic moonroof. You've got the shade if you want to keep the sun out. If you want to keep the sun in, you can just back that shade up. And then, when you want some ventilation, just open it right up. Panoramic moonroof is really great. The Edge has a backup camera as well, which is pretty standard for most vehicles as we've been discussing, and the way in which you use it is fairly standard as well, but we'll show you anyway. It's very helpful. If you've not used one of these before, you'll become a fan pretty quickly. So when you put the car in reverse, the screen transfers to the camera on the back of the vehicle. And you can know that by this icon here with a little indicator on the back of the icon that shows that this is the backup view that we're seeing. We're also looking at a different icon on this side, which is going to warn us when there is an obstruction. So now we're backing into this parking space, and you can see there's a telephone pole back there. And so we're going to just try and center ourselves in this spot, not doing so hot in between the lines here. But at any rate, we're getting closer to that pole, and that's the main thing. And so as we start getting closer to it, it's going to start beeping. and beeping faster the closer we get. And once we're so close that we're about to hit it, you get the consistent sound to warn you to stop. The Edge is available in many different trim levels. This titanium version has a sticker price of $45,000. As we've seen with the Fusion and the Escape, we were dealing with EcoBoost engines. Those were 4-cylinder turbocharged engines. And before you say, oh, 4-cylinder, I'm becoming an EcoBoost convert in that you really do have the power of a V6 in that EcoBoost 4-cylinder. This Edge, the titanium Edge, comes with the 3.5-liter V6 Ford engine, which is something of a workhorse engine for Ford. You can get the Edge with a choice of 2 different EcoBoost engines if you'd prefer. The EPA-rated fuel economy in the 3.5 V6 is 20 miles per gallon combined. So that's about 25 freeway, 17 city.